Sadam Sevana is name of our temple. We established this temple for international level cooperation and build up good platform. All the participants come from various countries and to accommodate all the branches of international Buddhist followers. I am today very pleasure because within 7 years we can achieve very big successful event here. Now I am going to introduce what we practice here daily. We conduct normally every Saturday this kind of practice in my temple, as well as sometimes daily practice also we do. First, I am going to introduce chanting.
Sadam Seven 呢是一个智慧之状这个研究中心。那么这个7年来呢，我们把从原来的一个废旧的垃圾场变成了现在一个禅堂。我们想呢，在这里分享一下我们每周礼拜六我们做的禅修的一些工作，分享给大家。
Normally, all the Buddhist countries use various type of chanting models, but you can see so many chantings methods used in Theravada country, Myanmar, Thailand, and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is very special because we use various type of chanting methods. It is not used in Myanmar or Thailand. I think mixed with some Mahayana tradition, sometimes in ancient times, sometimes medieval period of Sri Lanka.
各个国家都有自己的这个唱诵，斯里兰卡唱诵呢有点特别，它有一点南传和北传结合的性质。 尤其是它和一些禅修联系起来，这个有特别的地方，所以他今天想分享给大家。
I propose 3 type of techniques to concentration. Number 1 is simple exercises. Number 2, breathing exercises. Number 3, chanting.
提高专注力，其实有3种办法，一种呢就是 通过简单的这个锻炼的方式，第2个呢就是练气，第3个呢就是唱诵。
Exercises and physical training more emphasized by the Mahayanic tradition, especially Shaolin tradition.
他说身体方面的那个锻炼呢，主要是使自己身心比较松弛。这个呢，在汉传里面用的比较多，尤其是少林寺发展的很完备。
The Indian yoga also originated before the Buddha. It was introduced by some saint, some teachers in early period.
那印度的瑜伽实际上也有这个特点。 那么在早期的这个婆罗门和尤其是中期这个佛教发展了很多。
We are normally do not use exercise for meditation in Theravada tradition.
那么在这个南传里面，实际上用这种方式呢，不是很传统的在用。
I combine some simple yoga exercise for concentration.
那么他呢自己呢在这个瑜伽的基础上，结合南传的特点，发展了一种简化的瑜伽方式，来这个松筋动骨松筋断骨。
Today morning session, Dhamma Kusala Samadhi introduced some Kaya Gata Sati Bhavana. It is in Pali, Kaya Gata Sati. Bodily concentration on bodily.
今天早晨呢，就是萨玛迪库斯纳大法师呢，他介绍了传统的这个禅修方式。
Now we do some simple example here. Normally we do some exercise after food. Minimum we need 2 hours or 3 hours. We now just start simple exercise, not hard.
通常呢，它整个过程呢，大概需要1个小时，有的时候到2个小时。当然，今天呢，我们只是修其中一部分，因为讲太多呢，还不如做。
I get some bit duration for exercise. Now you concentrate your body, what is happening, very simple movements. Something happen in your body, you get your mind inside. Our mind always wander. It is moving, it is wandering, always wander. We get mind into the body. We listen to the body. We hear into sound of body.
所以如果我们很慢慢的动作，关注我们的身体，先是关注我们身体，身体的每一个动作，每一个细节都非常关注，那你可以就把你的心定在那里，因为你的心呢经常是变化不定的，所以通过这个方式呢来训练我们的mindfulness。
Please close your eyes. Please listen to your body.
要听从你的心，听从你的身体。
Now, I introduce, we combine with breathing exercise.
现在呢，我们开始练气。
I use very famous yoga technique. It is called pranayama.
我呢，现在这个用瑜伽的最有名的一种练气办法，叫做 pranayama， 或者般若。
You take the hand this way.
说你把你的手
Two fingers. 2, 3.
第食指、中指两个连在一起，然后后面小拇指和无名指并开，这样子。
Get your right hand, close both of holes of the nose.
用大拇指和无名指扣住你的鼻子，
Then you open one hole, right side hole.
在右边你把它大拇指放开，这样一个鼻孔被压住。
You get deep breath.
那现在
Inhale.
深呼吸，
Keep it 16 seconds.
这样的话保持16秒钟。
Count by mind. And release the your air through left nose, left hole.
这时候把左边放开，
And get
左边
again from
呼出
left
来
one.
然后
Close both of
完了以
holes.
后左边深呼吸，
Keep it 60 seconds.
然后同时重复这个，把它鼻子闭住。
Now release from right side.
然后右边大拇指松开，呼出来，
Get
长呼。
again, you count by mind 8 times duration.
这样总共做8次，次数做8次，深呼吸，并16秒钟，然后放另外一侧，重复。
And release, count 4 times, release from left. Get 8 duration time, 8 seconds. Breathe in now, close all the both of holes. Release now from right. Release from left. Get 8, 4 times. Release. Now finish, and you concentrate what is happening in your nose, like area of face, forehead, nose, and especially those areas. You feel something. You feel sometimes very relaxed.
在这个过程中，你可以感受到气体在这个里面流动，然后在脸部的话，你会有很多感觉。
Now I do some chantings. There are so many techniques in yoga, and also some Mahayana Theravada tradition, in Theravada tradition and Mahayana tradition. There are so many techniques, especially in Hindu yogis. I can't tell Hindu, many yogis in India, they use various type of techniques for breathing exercise.
唱诵也是一个锻炼觉知力、注意力的集中注意力定力的一种方式。那么，尤其是印度的瑜伽里面有很多。那他这边呢，在北传的话也有很多唱诵办法。像净土的话，它就是唱诵，然后锻炼觉知能力。
We already have done simple exercise, some breathing exercise. Now we are going to chant some selected objects, selected verses, or selected words.
所以我们前面说了身体的锻炼，身的觉知能力，然后后面的话就说了练气。现在呢，他讲一讲，就是秀给大家分享一下，给大家就是唱诵，选一个唱诵的阶段。
I invite Ven.Athuraliye Rathana Thero, Reverend Ven.Athuraliye. He come from Shaolin Temple. I visited several times Shaolin Temple. I invited them to come here. 2 monks now with us. One of the monks here. Shaolin Temple is very famous. Now we do simple chanting with my disciple Ven.Athuraliye Now I chant Sri Lankan traditional some verse, it can be say some verses.
现在用南传的来唱诵。
The quality of the Buddha, 9 qualities of the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. This one normally chant all the Sri Lankans.
这个呢，通常斯里兰卡的南传都是唱这个。
Now I chant all together. not individual chanting.
那现在让我们一起来唱。
This one very, at the ancient period to medieval period, Sri Lankan Buddhism was very flourished.
在古代的时候，斯里兰卡就是这么唱的。
There was one of mantras to chant Maitri Bodhisattva.
那么还有一个呢，就唱这个阿弥陀佛的。
It is normally do not chant now. We promote it in my temple. Now I am going to chant that all together. Join with us.
让我们一起现在来唱这个。
The words is Om. Tell me. Om.
Oh.
Om Mani Padme Hum like that. Tell me. Om.
Oh.
Namo.
Namo.
Please tell all together. Namo.
Namo.
Maitri.
Maitri.
Bodhisattva.
Bodhisattva.
Eswaha.
Eswa.
Om.
Om.
Namo.
Namo.
Maitri.
Maitri.
Bodhisattva.
Bodhisattva.
Eswaha.
Eswa.
Om.
Om.
Namo.
Namo.
Maitri.
Maitri.
Bodhisattva.
Bodhisattva.
Eswaha.
Eswa.
Maitri Bodhisattva is our
汉
future
传里面是
Buddha.
汉传里面是弥勒菩萨，就是未来佛。
His energies in the world.
Yeah, 他是我们的未来佛。
We combine with him through this mantra.
所以我们一起来唱这个。
Now we chant together. I chant first. Om Namo Maitri Bodhisattva Eswaha. Om Namo Maitri Bodhisattva Eswaha. Om Namo Maitri Bodhisattva Eswaha. Om Om Namo Maitri Bodhisattva Eswaha. Om Namo Maitri Bodhisattva Eswaha. Om Namo Bodhisattva Eswaha. Om Namo Maitri Bodhisattva Eswaha. Now we silence and concentrate your natural breathing. If it is impossible, your mind, when your mind is wandering, please count 7 times. If you can concentrate immediately, you concentrate on your natural breathing. When it is inhale and exhale. All the process from your nose, touch your nose, then you can rhythm of the chest and rhythm of the stomach. You concentrate when where happen, you concentrate on as your object. continuously you fully concentrate on?
就慢慢这个唱诵以后，慢慢声音小下来以后，然后呢，静止下来，然后观自己的身体，从鼻到身体，然后到腹部，这么一直观，慢慢的就平静下来了。这样大家试试看。
Now you are having very relaxed. Now you live with your breathing, your mind fully control, will train on your mind. You keep it please you concentrate on your breathing. Sadhu, sadhu. I use very simple techniques. I get some ideas from a most venerated monk, Vietnam monks, Thich Nhat Hanh. I use some simple yoga techniques and some Tai Chi. I combine together very simple way. Everyone can use. I know that in Shaolin temple they have a lot of medicine, lot of techniques, so many hard physical exercise. You can share with such a monks. We can combine together in our temple, and also here Bhutani monks. They have a lot of chanting traditions and highest level of meditation practice. We use such kind of techniques for concentration. I think you get some experience.
Rathana Thero 他用的简单的一些办法来在这里进行训练。那他用了这个越南的一行禅师的一些办法。简单的办法，也用了我们中国的太极的一些办法，在编撰了一些适合于南传的，动作比较慢的一些训练办法。那么少林寺、少林 temple 他们很多办法在汉传里面，后天是中国的那一天的话呢，他们会秀。So in China they will show the Shaolin meditation way or their exercise way to share with you. So 这个今天这是一个很好的平台，就是他把他自己这边的禅修的办法，然后分享给大家。那么也希望这个尼泊尔和不丹的，他们会在未来的几天也跟大家来分享一下他们的禅修和唱诵的办法，尤其是尼泊尔的唱诵很棒的。
We want to unify all the tradition. We want to share your experience together. We want to propagate Buddhism to achieve healthy world.
我们就是希望邀请大家来互相分享各自的禅修办法，这样共同提高。我们还是这么一个理念，我们要团结起来，弘扬我们的佛法。
Now I would like to ask some question from you, and you can ask some question from me. How is experience? Very simple.
他说：“我来问大家问题，当然也请你们大家来给我们提一些 建设性的、建议性的一些问题。大家你们感觉怎么样？有什么需要改进的？
Time duration, this exercise, to continue in my other daily life. You understood?
I didn't get.
I couldn't catch
We
your
couldn't catch you what you talked.
Okay. What I mean is that it is very excellent experience for us, and I want to do this exercise daily in my home, with my family as well.
Right,
So,
right.
how can this know the steps
Oh,
and
yeah,
the time duration?
Right. Very good question. Yes, very good question.
Thank you.
You can use a simple way. We do some very simple exercises using very short while period, but you can get more time. Normally we use 5 times. You can get 10 times. We have another forms we didn't practice here. We can use such type of another 2-3 forms. Then you can practice daily. Yes, very correct. Daily practice is very important. It is not an exercise. It is train of the mind. It is, I can call it a kayagata sati. Kayagata sati mean fully listen to your body first. We'll listen to outside. First you listen to your body, then you can understand your body. It is very marvelous experience. In Satipatthana Sutta, it is in Theravada text Majjhima Nikaya. Normally we do whatever things we do daily, you can use it. Here we do some organized activities. I think Shaolin monk can explain more. We very simple way we use these techniques. I can give guidance through WeChat, through websites. We can publish book together. Many ways.
待会就休息10分钟，我们喝点茶。
When Buddha's time, there are 2 impacts. One is Aryans' influence, and also traditional inhabitants. Those 2 cultures mixed together when Buddha's born.
在佛陀的时代有2种最重要的影响，一个就是婆罗门的，另外一个是当地本土的一些。
Normally, we Aryans called as Brahmanas. They were teacher. Even today, they are teacher. At that time, also they were teacher, and also they got their prominent place as a Brahmins, king's advisor. Various ways, they dominated the society.
婆罗门呢，一直作为从当教师到在印度的种姓制度里面也是这教师，一直充当了领导者的角色。
I explained what is the main ideological background of Buddha's time.
那我简单的回顾一下这个佛陀时代当时的逻辑发展。
According to the basic Vedic teaching, world created by Mahabrahma or God is a unique God. He created the world by his mouth, by his hand, by his knees, by his foot.
那在印度呢，很多有一种这个至高无上的这个创造者创造了世界，那么创造了头，创造了身体，创造了腹部和创造了脚，这就是种姓制度的来源。
Mahabrahma or God is absolute, unshaken, invisible, spread everywhere, unbroken, absolute.
就这个至高无上的这个婆罗门的主，他是至高无上的、不可分割的、无所不能的。
The Buddha, Lord Buddha, born in some local kingdom. I can tell not mainstream kingdom. Mainstream kingdom, Ajasatha and Kosala, the Siddhartha, Prince Siddhartha born in Sakya Janapada, Sakya state.
佛陀呢是在释迦族的这个国王里面这个出生的。这个释迦族的国王呢，在当时只是一个一般的一个国王，而不是主流的国王。
At that time, there were so many philosophical groups. Some are urban areas philosophers who proposed materialistic viewpoint. They didn't believe any immaterial things like reborn, Atma, soul or anything.
在那个时候，大概有4个哲学，一个呢就是比较物质主义者。
Other groups lived in forest. They are practiced very rigorous spiritual practice to achieve highest level of tranquility.
然后刚才说的那个物质主义者主要住在城市里，另外一种呢就是住在这个森林里面，在做禅修，那么追求精神的最高境界。
Lord Buddha also followed this practice his hermitage life.
那佛陀早期也是按照这个刚才说的第2种来做这个实践的。
He abandoned worldly life. He entered the forest and practiced very rigorous many practices who taught at that time in forest.
佛陀呢就抛弃世俗的享乐，到森林里追求这些人来进行苦行。
Finally, he understood both of extreme, worldly life and spiritual life. Come to the end of highest samadhi is not a truth, or materialistic world also not a truth.
那么佛陀呢，经过这些这个体验以后，发现2种极端都不能导致最终的开悟。那一个呢，就是世俗的享乐主义和极端的苦行都不能达到这个解脱。
He completely reject those 2 extremes. It's called Attakilamatana Yoga and Kamasukhalikana Yoga in Pali.
他把这2种极端的都抛弃掉，那么走中道，这是他的体现。
I very summarize my speech. Lord Buddha also rejected highest spiritual levels. It's 8 samadhis. He rejected completely 4 dhyanas. He only accept 3 dhyanas. Especially he emphasized in Satipatthana Sutra as well as other sutras in Pali canon.
佛陀呢，他也抛弃了所有极端的这个精神主义者，然后他这里面呢，就是涅槃有好几种，他注重的只有3种涅槃，其中4念住他是最注重的方式。
He challenged to the dominant viewpoint of society.
他认为呢，对于世界的这个掌控我们应该也要关注。
When anyone do any ideological challenge which they are dominant one, it is really social change.
任何一个这个精神的意识形态的改变，实际上是要改变这个世界。
He came from forest. He entered the city, main very luxury city called Savatthi, and he preached Dhamma in city. Normally, Lord Buddha always live in cities, not in rural areas.
那佛陀开悟以后，实际上生活在离市区都不远的地方，和世俗接触的最多，从而影响世界。
Lord Buddha proposed two type of approach to liberation. One is just when he teach Dhamma, some monks, some lay people, he understood, he come to the liberation, came to the liberation. Someone practice more time meditation or mindfulness.
那么在这个改变世界的过程之中呢，它有两种办法，一种呢就是讲经说法，那么更多是在教理教义上面；另外一种办法呢就是做给你看，可能还是有一部分人他自己在禅修。
When Buddha passed away, 300 later, Buddhism was so strong in society. Lord Buddha, after passed away, Lord Buddha, 300 years later, Buddhism was very strength in society.
OK，佛陀圆寂有300年以后，这个佛教影响社会了很多。
I emphasize one thing: Lord Buddha proposed the Dhamma and organized the people. That is called Sanghahood. There are so many philosophers. All are now disappeared. But Lord Buddha's teachings continue. The main point is organization. It's called Sangha.
对，这个佛陀当时呢，很重要的能够让佛法传遍全世界的很重要的就是僧团，这就是这个组织的重要性。
What are the significance of Bhikkhu Sangha's role? He abandoned worldly life. He don't have any personal bondage with any material things, property or anything. He abandoned everything. He lived very freely. He preached the Dhamma to the people.
那僧团呢，他抛弃世俗的享乐，不和世俗的这个物质上面任何牵挂，然后呢，这个实践佛法，同时教导佛法。
Now I draw your attention. Now we can see two type of practices in the world. One are the practice. Another one is Bodhisattva practice.
但现在呢，有2个重要的佛教分支，一个就是南传，一个是北传。
We can see very big struggle among the two groups, philosophically and also by practice.
那么在南传和北传里面，当然一直争论很多，无论是在哲学上面，还是在这个实践方面。
We can discuss in detail both of tradition later.
我们可以在后面再互相讨论。
But I can see very similarities both of traditions.
但是不管怎么说，2个南传和北传的根本点，我们都是一致的。
Any Buddhist monk who become a arahat, he develop 4 kind of mental qualities.
在南传里面，如果要证得阿罗汉，你必须要有4种品质。
Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Metta mean compassion, Karuna mean kindness, altruistic joy, Mudita, tranquility, Upekha.
那就是慈悲喜舍，这4个重要的品质。
I can when we consider about compassion and kindness.
尤其是这个慈悲和这个喜舍。
Any Theravada monks practice Anapanasati or spiritual practice, he achieve these mental qualities.
那不管是这个南传的这个要证得阿罗汉也好，还是要菩萨道也好，都是要有这个慈悲喜舍。
What is the Bodhisattva practice? Any Bodhisattva who sacrifice his life for others.
那菩萨道，什么行菩萨道？实际上就是牺牲自己，成就他人。
He always appear for people, and he use his strength for betterment of the world. The people wherever suffering, he appear for them. That is the bodhisattvahood.
这是菩萨道呢，就是他要呼吁世界，然后这个拯救他们，通过他自己的方式，通过他自己的能力。
According to the Prajna Paramita Sutta, it is not only emotional power, it is also combined with the wisdom.
Yeah.
How we can implement Buddhist perspective to the modern world, which we face today. I give two example. One is for use of fossil fuel.
啊，然后呢，我呢举2个例子。
Last 150 years ago, we started to use fossil fuel, coal and oil for energy source.
过去150年来，我们人类用这个矿物质的这个能源。
It was really a revolution.
当然，这也是一个革命，这是工业革命的这个主要支撑点。
Any nation, anyone who has energy, those nations are powerful nations.
那么各个国家都需要能源，那么这些能源都是从化石能源过来的。
You can see last century, most of powerful nations who control the oil, they are the richest nation.
那过去100年的话，可以看到谁占有了这个能源的资源，谁是最富有的国家。
Today we can see 48 countries. You can see 64 countries. There are so many struggles, bloodshed.
那很多国家目前呢有很大的一个问题。
Why? Because of oil.
那么这些国家都是有战争，或40多个国家都有战争。什么样的战争引起的？都是能源引起的。
Now, what is the burning issue in the world now? It is oil consumption. They use various type of, they introduce various type of chemicals, weed controllings, pesticides, and weedicides, and fungicides, also chemical fertilizers.
然后他们用化肥，用这个农药，来改变基因，来制定农业。
And also they introduce modified genes.
对啊，他刚才说了，就是说他通过改变基因的方式来发展农业。
It is highly influenced the our food culture.
那么这个呢，对我们的这个食品的结构发生了很大的变化。
It is influenced rather bad way, especially health issues.
然后这样的话，造成我们很重要的一个困扰，其中最重要的就是我们的身体健康问题。
Water contamination, pollution of air, pollution of soil, and also food poisoning.
那么通过这种大规模的工厂式的农业发展，使得我们的水、土、空气以及我们食品本身都是变成有毒的了。
I can give one example in Sri Lanka. I think I can see in Nepal and India also. I don't have special figures in China. Here, 300,000 farmers in agrarian areas are affected by agrochemicals. They are suffering from kidney diseases.
在斯里兰卡，我知道的数据是300,000，就30多万的农民都被这些他们家庭的土地都被这些污染掉了。那么我不知道在尼泊尔和不丹和中国的情况，这些数字我不太清楚。
It is highly damage to the biodiversity.
那么这个呢，对我们的生物多样化起很大的影响。
As a bodhisattva, as a in Theravada practice, we call always Maitri Bhavana. Maitri. Anyone can practice meditation in shrine room or temple. What is happening? Our people, our soil, our air, our nature.
那如果我们只是在尤其是我们那个南传呢，我们只是在寺院里诵经打坐，而对世界上发生这么多变化不闻不问的话，那么打坐有什么用？
That is why today we propose to you, we have to practice within society, with social practice.
所以呢，这就是我们建议，我们佛教应该更多的和社会相关注，而且和社会联系起来，一起来行动。
Spiritual practice, when anyone who come to the highest level of samadhi or tranquility, we can't isolate from the society. Anyone who achieve spiritual levels, it is really we combine with the nature. We can't neglect our nature and our society.
就是如果我们来做精神层面的禅修，我们可能够达到很高的境界，但是你很高的境界是和世界相联系的，而这个世界已经生病了，已经有很多伤害了，那你应该也出来要改变这个事情。
Today we are going to announce new convention for new world, depend on Buddhist spiritual pathway.
所以今天呢，我们也记住这个建议呢，这个形成一个动议，然后呢，这个改变我们这个世界，改变这个现状。
I propose we need paradigm shift, real social change. We appear for that. How we can do that?
所以我在这里的呼吁呢，我们大家联合起来来做这些事情，怎么来做这些事情？
I propose all of you, we start from where? Nepal or Myanmar or any other country?
那我们从哪里开始呢？我们也可以从尼泊尔开始，或者从不丹开始，或其他地方呢更开始。
We are ready to implement alternative lifestyle in Sri Lanka. It can't be achieved only one country or one community. We need international network. We work together. We influence to the bad elements, and we have to. There is a big struggle. We combine together. We need good solidarity. We need unification. Then we can challenge to the new paradigm shift.
那他说，不管是从哪里开始，我们都需要外部世界，尤其我们佛教世界，大家联合起来，一起形成一个共同体来应对这种变化。
As a Buddhist, we propose new world order. We have to start.
那作为一个佛教徒，我呢建议我们要形成一个新的世界的次序。
I think it can't be implement very so-called developed countries because of their system is so strong. We can implement that very low carbon emission countries like Sri Lanka, Nepal, India. And I propose we are ready to implement here with other Buddhist monks. We want to build up a role model and ideal from Sri Lanka.
对，如果我们从这个发达国家来开始的话，他们的整个系统已经非常完备。那么它的而像我们这个碳排放量比较低的国家，像斯里兰卡、尼泊尔、不丹、印度，应该也都是很好的开始试验的这个国家。那么斯里兰卡呢，已经准备好了来实施这些行动。
Our theme is may all beings be happy. It is not a praying. It should be a practical. We have to practice it. How we practice it? We have to stop those so-called conventional agricultural system, and we have to implement zero carbon emission world. We combine together. We have to design new country for the new world. Thank you very much your kind attention.
Yeah, so 我们说要作为佛教徒、佛教人士，我们都说要众生离苦得乐。如果我们放任这种生产方式继续进行，实际上从慈悲的 这个角度，我们是没有做到。我们不能只是在这个祈祷祷告这个众生能够离苦得乐，而我们应该要行动起来，要制止这种过去的传统的所谓传统的农业生产方式。那么这样的话呢，我们能够实现一个这个零排放的新的生产方式、新的生活形态。
Our panel discussion and also other 2-3 monks will be joined with us. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Gino. I'm speaking English from Hong Kong. Really intrigued by the talk that you had before the panel session of really looking at a new world order, you know, seeing all of the problems of the world today and seeing how they change. Another person, so 2 pieces for this. Number 1 is arguably a lot of the challenges today are because of the different belief systems around the world. And so the person that just spoke before I'm asking this question talked about the comparison of Buddhism and Buddhist philosophy to all the other religions around the world. And arguably all of the religions are functional mythologies. And a functional mythology serves 4 functions: the cosmological function of what is reality, the social function of how do you maintain order among a group of people, the pedagogical function of how do you get people through the different stages of life, and the mystical function of helping people identify or recognize the transcendent mystery source from which all things arise. And there's another scientist or social scientist named Jared Diamond. He wrote a book called Guns, Germs, and Steel, where he was looking at why is it that certain cultures developed very quickly, like the West, whereas other places like Borneo have stayed relatively the same for thousands of years. And what he attributed it to was the different geographic environment, the different animals, etc. And the premise is that in the West they had horses and other animals that allowed them more leisure time to develop. It seems like we have a lot of different religions, but they're all trying to communicate the same thing and develop an order which was relevant to their local geography and their local environment. And now with globalization, all of these ideas and the belief systems are clashing. Furthermore, we have the cosmological function of science now kind of throwing everything amiss too, and we've lost the role of the mystical function of society. And so part of the challenge of the New World Order is how do we create a common mythology, a common religion, arguably, that helps society, all people around the world, through the cosmological function, the societal function, the pedagogical function, and especially the most difficult thing, which is the mystical function. You know, so that's the first challenge of really looking at how do we do this on a global scale based upon the talk that you gave earlier. Secondly is now with science developing and with technology developing and the fact that there are so many people with phones, and now there are new technologies like blockchain that allow for decentralized information to be shared in a very clear way. And now with what we know about neuroscience, how do you see science as a common language for developing towards this new world order, especially the challenge related to the inner dimension of life and trying to communicate the inner dimension of life?
What we understand here with your explanations, really the remarks, you talked about the oneness of religions, or almost all the religions should get together.
Connection to the mystical function of, and what I talked about different religions is that different groups of people gathered around the world and created their belief systems and then spread them around the world. And arguably, a lot of the problems of the world today is that we have different stories and different beliefs that then clash.
Among people, there are different perceptions among people. That is the normal nature of the people and the worldlings. And the other thing is that when we focus our attention to the religions and philosophies, the major thing what we have to understand here is dogmatic views. Ditti plays an important role, major role in explaining these things. Ditti, Michya Ditti and Samma Ditti. Good views and wrong views are there. We can't say this only is the truth, everything else is false. But idameva satcham mogamanya, there is a Pali formula. The Buddha explains, if any religion or philosophy say or express idea, idameva satcham mogamanya, this only is the truth, everything else is false, that is not a favorable religion or philosophy to be followed. We have to question about that. So today, we are facing so many social and political and other problems because of dogmatic views. Everywhere we find dogmatic views. Certain people teach this only the truth and every other ideas are wrong. So we have to destroy that section. We have to disturb that religion. This is only the truth, they say. So this is what we have to understand at first. So long as they hold that wrong view, the dogmatic view, this is only the truth, everything else is false, then we cannot join together to find solutions. I think Reverend Padmasri also would explain some.
Good afternoon, everybody. According to the topic suggested by Venerable Rathana Thero, the topic is more addressing to the sustainable development. The question you ask is, there are many systems of thinking, how we can unify them. And arguably there's a tentative challenge how to unite them. So I think according to the political or economic theory of the sustainable development, what we are arguing is, okay, we have to allow everyone's identity to keep it as it is, as they are. And every religion or every philosophy has to accept, okay, they have their own identity, their own way of teaching on the education, their own way of thinking of the order of the world. And accepting that, it may be, as you suggested, there may be 4. As any other suggested, there may be 6 or any other way of formulating things. However, most important thing is, can we accept the identity of others as they believe? I think the sustainable development or the sustainable geography or this concept addressed, okay, accept he as he is, accept me as I am. Then accepting that will reduce the number of questions. And if we make stern, I am the only one, our one is the only philosophy, our education system is the best one, okay, this is a clashing point. And I think the Buddha's point of view, okay, everyone is allowed to live, everyone has the right to live, and we have to accept that. Therefore, everyone has the right to believe what they believe. And the clashing is, it is not, that means if we accept that, we can reduce the classes, but we cannot say because of the religion itself, the problems will increase. Okay, it depends on how we define, how we practice, how we educate the 4 aspects as you explained, for my understanding, if I got your question correctly. And for example, I can suggest you there are in economy, there are 4 areas. The production, consumption, and the distribution. Now, when we come to this point, okay, Buddha says, okay, all these 3 aspects has to be done righteously as well as according to the Dhamma, without harming to myself or others. And if we have this simple policy, okay, when you act verbally or physically, okay, think whether it is going to harm you, whether it is going to harm others. This is very simple, but it's practicable. But if we are coming from that point of view, okay, it will help us to reduce the number of the classes. It will lead us to make a kind of sustainable thinking, sustainable development, sustainable area of the society. Okay, thank you very much.
The role of new advancements in science and technology.
You are correct. There are so many technologies, lot of facilities. Some mobile phones, marvelous, unbelievable. Okay, but there is no heart. There is no kindness. There is no ethics. How we can use those kind of invention? You know, nuclear. Nuclear we can use for energy, and also we can use for disasters. How we can prevent those things? That is why we propose we need humanity. Humanity can't bring any scientist. That is the fundamental root of the internal change of the person. It is spirituality. Spirituality, most of religious followers, they propose many spirituality, but it is not ground realistic situation. The
Kill others for one ideology and one philosophy and one religion and one dogma, so and so. So let's hope this gathering conference will give us a good intention, and that intention will give us a well mindfulness. Because of that, we can create the world peace and harmony. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is of no use. Medical science, when there is no medical ethics, then medical science is also useless. When there is no ethics in philosophy, that philosophy is also failed and give destructive attitudes to society. So ethics should be given the priority. When there is no ethics, ethical scientific attitudes among farmers, they produce wrong thing, destructive production they give. So ethics should be given the priority of everything. When there is no ethics or ethical scientific attitudes, every subject, everything in the world